Hello everybody and welcome to Maximus, and welcome to this how-to video about the Boon system in Supergiant's phenomenal new game, Hades. Today we'll be taking a look at the basics of the system before lightly touching on the intricacies in this beginner how-to video. If you enjoy this video and find it helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, and if you have additional questions about the game, leave them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them in the next video. Boons are your main source of power in Hades, and they are offered both as room rewards and also for sale at Charon's shop. There are 10 gods that will offer you rewards as you proceed through the game. They are Aphrodite, Athena, Ares, Artemis, Chaos, Demeter, Dionysus, Hermes, Poseidon, and Zeus. Chaos and Hermes offer special boons, so we'll actually be talking about the remaining 8 first. Each of these 8 main gods will offer boons that will fill Zagreus' basic ability slots. Those basic abilities are your basic attack, your special attack, your cast, and your dash ability. You can only have one boon in each of these slots, and if you try to add a second boon, you will instead replace the one that you already have equipped. This means that you cannot, for example, have Aphrodite's Heartbreak Strike and Athena's Divine Strike equipped at the same time. Each god offers boons that increase the damage of Zagreus' abilities and also add the god's special ability on top of that, such as Zeus adding lightning to your basic attacks and Poseidon adding knockback to your dash. After you reach a certain point in the game, you'll unlock a 5th ability slot for your call. Your call is the ultimate expression of a god's abilities, and each of the 8 main gods will offer you a different call. When you activate these, they will devastate your enemies with that god's particular power. For example, if you take Zeus's call, you will become a lightning rod and summon lightning strikes all around you for a few seconds. Each of the main gods also offers buff boons, which make their abilities better or make Zagreus' base abilities better. What makes them really desirable is that they actually don't take up slots either, so you can have as many of them as you want. Now, these buffs range from increasing the damage or the effectiveness of the god's abilities, increasing Zagreus' base abilities, increasing your survivability, or increasing your ability to farm resources throughout your run. One strategy you can use when selecting your boons is to try and collect multiple boons from the same gods. This is particularly effective on high damage dealing gods like Ares, Artemis, and Zeus, since their buff boons add a lot of deadliness and damage to their basic abilities. You can then sprinkle in the more defensive gods like Athena, Aphrodite, and Dionysus, since their damage reduction and deflection abilities are still effective even if you only take one boon from that god. A general strategy that I use when I play through the game is to try and focus on one god for offense and sprinkle in some defensive boons as I go through, depending on how well I'm surviving the rooms. Now that we have covered the 8 main gods, we'll turn to Hermes and Chaos, who are unique because their boons never consume Zagreus' slots. Instead, they add effectiveness to Zagreus' existing abilities and make you stronger overall. Hermes and Chaos both offer boons that buff Zagreus' 4 basic abilities, with Hermes improving the speed of their attack and with Chaos improving the raw damage output. Hermes also offers a buff to Zagreus' call abilities, but Chaos currently does not. Both gods also offer a variety of buff boons, but instead of improving their powers, they improve Zagreus' powers. Hermes, for example, will improve Zagreus' move speed, give him some dodge chance to avoid damage from enemies, and also improve how often your dash and your cast abilities are available. Chaos, on the other hand, will offer a wider range of buffs, ranging from improving your ability to collect resources, improving the rarity of boons that you gather later, and possibly also increasing your life total. If I find a gate to Chaos early in a run, or I don't really care about if I die early in a run, I will take the gate. Chaos's boons are expensive in that they cost you health to take, and then they curse you for several rooms before you actually get the buff that you selected. However, the buff is also very strong. So if I'm not trying to run for the final boss or it's early, I will almost always take a Chaos Gate. and we'll talk more about using Chaos's boons in a later video. Part of what makes Hades such an excellent roguelike game is the wide variety of powers and abilities that are available to Zagreus. As you play through the game and become more familiar with what each god has to offer, you'll find lots of interesting combos and powerful ability pairings that you're going to want to try together. The type of run that you're doing will also change which gods you seek favor from. For example, if you're doing a farming run to try and make Zagreus stronger by collecting darkness or gemstones, you're probably going to want to look for boons from Poseidon, Demeter, or Chaos, because they will offer you boons that increase the amount of resources you get from room rewards, or even just give you a flat amount of each resource when you take their boon. But we'll talk about each of the gods' different powers and the boons they offer in a different video. If you would like more information about the Hades game systems, or strategy guides for improving your runs, make sure you check out my other videos, subscribe, and click the bell icon to be notified whenever I put out a new strategy guide. And with that, good luck on your runs, and remember, there is no escape.